Today, I'm putting every legend back into the NBA, but doing so through a fantasy draft. 99 overall Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would go first overall to the Kings. Milwaukee had the second pick and took Michael Jordan. Oscar Robertson and Tim Duncan would go 3 and 4, as 99 overall LeBron finally got selected at number 5. After simulating the remainder of the draft, I'd simulate one full regular season with our new Legends League, and 2K really did the funniest thing ever. It wasn't LeBron or MJ or Nikola Jokic winning MVP. No. Instead, it was the simulation GOAT himself, Bob McAdoo, taking home the hardware for the Minnesota Timberwolves. What? McAdoo was joined on All-NBA First Team by a trio of 1960s legends, and there's LeBron. MVP McAdoo led Minnesota to an NBA high 59 wins. They're the 1 seed out of the West, while the Houston Rockets, they're bringing up the rear. Just 51 wins for the Nets to lead the Eastern Conference. Interesting. The new look Washington Wizards, well, they're still in the basement on that side. I tossed all 30 teams onto a single elimination bracket. Minnesota and Brooklyn as the 1 seeds both get first round byes. Now let's get into it, shall we? Because the Timberwolves, the 1 seed, get a bye, our first matchup will be the 8-9 seeds in the West. The Clippers, technically the higher seed, but barely. They have prime Kevin Durant. On the other side, prime Scottie Pippen. I mean, all these teams are going to look great. I don't know what to say. Okay, see, now that's not how I wanted to start. I wanted to start this video with some heat. Instead, we get a blowout. The 8-9 seed, this should have been the tightest matchup of the first round. The Clippers take it, though. Maybe we see a more interesting matchup in our 5-12 battle. The 5 seed Warriors, led by prime Shaq, prime Russell Westbrook. Dude, he's going to take every shot. Taking on the 12 seed Nuggets with Magic Johnson. We could see an upset here. Okay, now what is... Okay, yeah, all right. This 2K not cooperating in terms of giving us good content. Another crazy blowout for a favorite. Okay. What happened here? 23 and 19 from Shaq. Russell Westbrook was efficient. Grant Hill was good. Magic. How do you only have 5 assists? You should have like 25 assists. Wow. Okay, maybe this will be our first good game of the video. The 4 seed Spurs. There's prime Steph Curry with... Nope, that's not the greatest supporting cast. On the other side, the 13 seed Suns, Kevin Garnett. He always simulates like a beast. He's got Melo as well. And there we go. We finally get our first close game of the video. Could be our first upset too. The 13 seed Suns, this would be quite a, I mean, not a miracle. All these teams are great, but in terms of seeding, would be crazy. Steph pulling from way deep. Good enough defense from D. Will, I guess. Nah, KG's not on the floor for the Suns. Classic 2K and their bogus rotations. George Mikan on the glass. Both teams getting screwed over by the rotation by the looks of it. Steph Curry going into his signature gather. Gonna pull up for 2. Over Carmelo goes glass. Byron Beck, former Nuggets legend. Little fadeaway. Wow, good bucket. Neither team trying to call a timeout here. It's so classic 2K. Whatever, man. Steph Curry on the floor for San Antonio. He's going to pump fake and pull. That shot was crazy. George Mikan on the glass. How? That should be good news for both teams because both teams should make big substitutions here. If Kevin Garnett doesn't come in for the Suns, that's going to be... Okay, he is checking in. There you go. Will they go for the 2-for-1? Steph has been taking quick shots in the clutch, and he continues to do so, raining a crazy deep 3. That boy, Steph Curry, unconscious. The ultimate green light in the clutch, which, I mean, I guess he should. He's on the 4 seed team for a reason. They're obviously simulating well because of him. Victor Oladipo back to Kevin Garnett, the leader for the Suns. KG dropping off to Tiny Archibald, who tries to get it back to him in the post and turns it over. And I'm glad we got our first clutch finish of the video. Not our first upset, however, as the 4 seed Spurs, thanks to Steph's heroics, hold on. A pretty chalk way to start the tournament. All the favorites advancing as we move to the bottom left region. Other Western Conference teams in action. Beginning with the 14 seed Jazz, some high-flying talent in Derrick Rose, Dr. J, not bad. But look at that Mavericks front court, though. Bob Pettit, Nikola Jokic, that's fire. And this matchup was pretty tight throughout, with the Jazz actually taking a lead at one point in the 4th quarter, but Joker and Big Bob would eventually come through for the Mavs. The 6-11 matchup in the West, the Lakers paired Stockton and Malone. That's crazy. The Grizzlies, though, they paired Shea and Luka together with prime Dwight Howard. The latter combo, well, it worked much better than the former, with Luka scoring a game-high 26 points as the Grizzlies cruised. On to the 7-10 matchup in the West, and there's Kobe on the Pels with Gary Payton the glove in the backcourt. A tough first battle, though, with Hakeem Olajuwon on the other side. Hakeem's supporting cast, though, was a little suspect as Kobe would drop an uber-efficient 29 points easy upset victory for New Orleans. And finally, we'd get to the 2 vs 15 matchup in the West. Sacramento with Kareem, who was, of course, the first overall pick. A great team up against Allen Iverson, James Harden, and the Rockets. Yeah, living up to their billing as the 2 seed, the Kings opened their account with a blowout victory. Nothing too major there, but of course, our first upset of the video, the 10 seed Pelicans, led by Kobe, advancing as we are off to the top right region, the Eastern Conference, after the Nets get a bye. We're jumping into the 8 vs 9 matchup in the East, which happens to be a battle of Florida CP3 against Jerry West. It's also a point guard battle. Let's go. And it could be a good finish here, potentially. Playing off ball, Jerry West sets a screen. Will he get back involved in this action? It's Dominique on the wing. He doesn't have a step inside. Great defense from the Magic. Dominique's gonna have to put up something terrible. He gets fouled. Can CP3 and Anthony Davis, 2 Pelicans legends. Even though we know Chris Paul never technically played for the Pelicans, you know what it means. AD missing a shot inside. That's not great. I need to see Jerry W take a shot here. He's the best option for Miami. It's going to be Caldwell. He's kind of naked from deep, and he hits the 3 off the dribble. Chris Paul taking the screen from Anthony Davis. He turns the ball over. Are you kidding me, Chris? No shot. You're choking right now. Jerry West and the Heat have a chance to win this game. Down to 11 seconds left. Jerry making his move. Driving at the smaller Chris Paul. Putting it up and in with the Euro step. Jerry West, Mr. Clutch. The Magic do not have a timeout. They have enough time, though. Chris Paul gonna bring the ball down court. Going into the post. Anthony Davis, game winner. Anthony Davis, left hand misses. The Magic choke down the stretch. Are you kidding? Jerry West, the GOAT. Now that was an epic finish. We moved to the 5 vs 12 seed matchup. Wemby and Duncan teamed up together on the Cavs with Kyrie Irving. On the other side, how did I just notice him? Michael Jeffrey Jordan trying to lead an upset for his 12 seed Bucks. That is the problem with high picks in the fantasy draft. They must have taken Michael Jordan 2nd or 3rd overall. Couldn't build a team around him. Although for Kareem and the Kings, it worked out. They were the 1 seed, so I don't know. No, wait, Kareem and the Kings were the 2 seed, but my point still stands. Looks like Mike is in some trouble. And indeed, we don't even need to jump into this thing. The Cavs with Wemby and Duncan summoning the Spurs. They probably got Greg Popovich coaching too. Anticlimactic exit for the GOAT, Michael Jordan. But what do you want from me? The 4 seed Raptors, led by Larry Bird and Isaiah Thomas, an unlikely duo. On the other side, though, it's 100-point Wilt Chamberlain. Back on the Sixers, you've got Dame Tatum. This could be a good game. Oh, see what I mean? See what I mean? The Sixers are up. I mean, it's close, but yeah, they could upset. Goodness, look at that. It's a 1-point lead for the Sixers. Yes, they might indeed be pulling this off. I should have seen it coming. The Eastern Conference, only 51 wins for the Nets to lead the conference. That means these teams are much more evenly balanced, I guess. So seeing upsets over here should not be surprising. Tatum on the pull, Tatum on the 2. Oh my word, the Raptors are getting so screwed right now. They have 4 big men on the floor. Dog, 2K is such a broken game. Tom Chambers, a deep mid-range. Wow, if there's no whistle here, Toronto's getting so hosed. They do not have Larry Bird on the floor. They have Rudy Gobert trying to guard Jason Tatum, who pulls up for a Brad, he just hit the dagger. He hit the dagger. He hit the dagger. I'm fumbling over. I can't believe what I'm seeing. But that would be as close as the Raptors would come. I mean, maybe if I didn't jump into the game, I don't know. Maybe I screwed Toronto over. I'm sorry, okay? But we get a nice upset. Oh, also, Jason Tatum, 36-5 on just 19 shots. He outdueled Larry Bird, a little Boston Celtic legend battle. I mean, it is what it is. Now we're starting to pick up some steam in the top right region. Miami and the Sixers both with an upset. Let's finish off the Eastern Conference matchups now. To the 3 vs 14 matchup in the East. I was surprised to see this Bulls team as the 3 seed low-key mid. David Robinson, Kawhi on the other side. And I knew the Bulls were frauds. It was a tight game throughout, but thanks to 21 points apiece from Kawhi and Gilbert Arenas, the Charlotte Hornets pulled off the upset. The 11 seed Knicks look poised to do something similar. Nash-Wade duo, that's nice, while the 6 seed Knicks, I mean, Chuck Barkley, Moses Malone, not bad. This game would come right down to the wire, but in a pivotal possession, Moses Malone would step out of bounds. What in the world, 2K? And the Celtics would indeed complete the upset. Coming off 2 straight upsets, the 7 seed Dirk T-Mac-led Pistons took on the 10 seed LeBron-led Hawks. And brah, make this 3 straight convincing upsets as Prime Braun posted 25 points, 11 assists, leading his squad. This one wasn't even close. Crazy. To finish off the first round of our entire bracket, Oscar Robertson and the 2 seed Pacers taking on Giannis and the 15 seed Wizards. And this one one too was a nail-biter. With Washington down 3, the Pacers were clamping, but Joe Dumars, he hit a miracle shot from the corner to tie the game. Anthony Edwards would put up a similar look on the ensuing possession, but couldn't get it to go. And that lack of closing cost the Pacers, as the Wiz would end up pulling it off in double overtime. And I mean, now our tournament has been thrown completely for a loop, but in a good way. The bottom right region from the Eastern Conference, all upsets. I mean, I couldn't have scripted that any better. As just like that, we're moving on to the Sweet 16, where we'll see the debut of the Timberwolves and Nets as the respective 1 seeds, beginning with Minnesota out west. And here they are, the 1 seed Minnesota Timberwolves. I forgot. Of course, they have Bob McAdoo, who is literally the GOAT on NBA 2K25. Penny Hardaway, Vince Carter, they have 280 plus overalls in their starting lineup. I mean, that's not like they're not bad players, but man, this team really simulated to being the 1 seed? I mean, either I don't know ball or, oh, Manu Ginobili. Okay, so he's probably the 6th man. Obviously, that's a 90 plus overall as well on this roster. Fair enough. Maybe I've just also been underestimating the true power of Bob McAdoo. I mean, I know how great he is. And his Timberwolves win a game in their debut. Vince had 26, Bob had 24, yes sir, taking down, oh yeah, Kevin Durant, Willis Reed. This Clippers team was pretty good, but they're gonzo. We'd move on to a heavyweight battle next. Steph and the Spurs against Shaq and the Warriors. Both teams threw haymakers. Approximately 0 defense was played, but eventually it was the Diesel leading Golden State with 28 points, 9 rebounds in what would be a 15-point win. Wow, look at this finish. A 26-point blowout. I forgot the Grizzlies. That's Team Luka and Shea. They can't keep up with the all-white front court on the Dallas Mavs. And look at that, Nikola Jokic. I have to scroll a while to see his impact. 10 points, 11. Man, now offensively not doing much. They have Ben Wallace to anchor the defense. This team might have the juice. And speaking of juice, after their first round upset, Kobe Bean Bryant and the New Orleans Pelicans are knocking on the door of advancing to the Elite 8. They are up 7 here late. Sacramento, the 2 seed. That was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the number 1 overall pick. Wow, Jason Kidd just got called for a reach and foul, sending Don Old to the free throw line. Man, you really don't see that a whole lot. It wasn't intentional, obviously. Kind of anticlimactic, but with a minute 40 left, these 2 free throws, I mean, making a 9-point game, that might be game. Big game James Worthy, yeah, look at all this Lakers talent on the Pels. They've also got Chris Webber, former King, spinning, dunking on Kareem's dome. That's probably the game. Indeed, it was. The New Orleans Pelicans, our lone Cinderella run in the Western Conference. From a 10 seed, they do advance. And it wasn't even Kobe backpacking. Okay, you know what? He did have 13 assists. Kobe playing facilitator, 21 and 13. He was efficient. This team's looking good, the Pels. As that is a big domino to fall in this tournament, Kareem and the Kings will lead the West for now, back to the East for the Sweet 16, including the debut of the Brooklyn Nets. A Nets team that is led by 99 Bill Russell. This is actually my first time looking at the roster. John Havlicek, okay. I mean, they certainly look better than the 9 seed Heat. Oh my gosh, but the Heat once again try to come through in the clutch. Remember, they beat the Magic in their first round matchup? It was an epic finish there. Jerry West going to work. Oh, wow. Nope. What an animation. Yo, he missed that? Both teams trying to make crazy substitutions. Of course, their best players aren't on the floor. Kyle getting inside, drawing contact, and he gets a lay-in to go. They're still in this game. Here goes West, driving right at Drazen Petrovic. Oh no, Jerry's magic has run out. Back down the other way, Chris Middleton. Okay, Jerry West on defense. I'm saying Jerry West's name a lot. He's doing a lot. AK-47 ahead of the break. Somebody call a timeout so we can get some subs in. I guess not. I guess we're letting it rip. Who needs Bill Russell on the floor? The 1 seed Brooklyn Nets are on the brink here. Kemba playing good defense. Shane Battier on the help. They didn't get the ball to Jerry coming off a screen. That's Reggie Miller in the corner though. He was running off a screen and he gets it to go. Finally a timeout. I know the rotation glitches are just really annoying. Both teams make subs here, but you gotta hand it to Miami. In both games, we've seen them in the clutch, executing good offense. John Havlicek, speaking of good offense, you're not going to get a better look than that. Jerry West missed the second free throw, though. No timeouts for the Brooklyn Nets. Do they go for a 3 here? Bill Russell outside Zion. Wait a minute. That's a pretty good pump fake. AK-47 was off his feet, and Zion nailed it. The Miami Heat, though, no timeouts either. They have a chance for a game winner. Once again, in the clutch, it's Jerry West going to work. Kicks out, wide open for the win. Oh my goodness, you know he's going to hit that. He was naked. After the drive and penetration from Jerry West, the Miami Heat do it once again. With the 1 seed Nets eliminated, the East bracket, it's wide open, and the 13 seed 76ers would take advantage. Led by Dame Lillard and Wilt Chamberlain, they'd massively upset the Tim Duncan, Victor Wembanyama Cavs. Bruh, the upsets, they're gonna just keep coming here in the East. The 14 seed Charlotte Hornets are up on Boston, who, granted, are the 11 seed. It's just chaos here on the eastern side of our bracket. I don't know why the teams are so much weaker, creating so much more parity, but I kind of love it. Kawhi was off on the jumper. He's taking a screen. David Robinson, why is he out there trying to guard the perimeter? It doesn't work. What an alternate timeline we've got there. Kawhi taking the handoff from Admiral, getting to the rim. Little finger roll works. D Wade and Steve Nash sharing a backcourt for the Celtics. What can Flash do? Oh, he's going to flash right to the rim is what he's going to do. An answer with the finger roll himself. I love it, man. The Eastern Conference, so unpredictable, but it's giving us some great finishes. Whoa, Kawhi just got called for a charge on Paul George. And one made bucket here from the Celtics, especially a 3, would probably end this game. Dwayne Wade, oh, he had room. Why did he? Man, he had a lane to the rim. It ends up in Paul George's hands. All-time Pacers version going to the rim. Getting fouled by Kawhi. Just to add to the suspense, Paul George did miss the second free throw. Charlotte burns their final timeout with 13 seconds left. In my opinion, you got to shoot a 3 on this possession. We'll see what they do. Kawhi Leonard, oh, he's got space. He's got space. One dribble left. He could have made that for sure. Unfortunately, Hornets fans, it did rim out as the Celtics, man, they barely shot any 3s relative to Charlotte. They do hold on. And it's a bit anticlimactic, but rounding out the Sweet 16 on our Eastern Conference side of the bracket, the 10 seed Hawks will handle the 15 seed Wizards with the, man, how did the Wizards win? That's crazy, dude. And into the Elite 8, we will go. The Eastern Conference side of the bracket, I mean, it's just chaos. The 9 seed against 13, the 11 versus 10. I just mentioned it. I don't know how it worked out this way, but the teams in the Eastern Conference are definitely just weaker as a whole. There aren't any powerhouses. That's why they all simulated so close together, and that's why we're getting so many upsets. But I'm not going to complain. Just keep them coming, I guess. And we'll start the Elite 8 with what should be the best matchup. The 5 seed from the West, Golden State. Shaq, Russell Westbrook, Grant Hill, Blake Griffin. I love the balance on this team. They got a lot of shot chuckers, John Wall, Donovan Mitchell, Russ. But if they let Shaq cook, they definitely have a good chance to take down the 1 seed Minnesota Timberwolves, who are built around Vince Carter, but actually Bob McAdoo, who simulates, I've talked about it enough. Penny Hardaway, Dan Issel, Manu coming off the bench. That's a deep team. Oh my gosh. They are up 25 points. Really? I mean, I thought this would be the best matchup of the video. I'm not going to lie to you. And it ends up being a blowout that I don't even need to jump into. Golden State made it closer in garbage time. Bob McAdoo, 31 and 13. He's really doing it. He just outplayed Shaq. Well, that was anticlimactic. I mean, if prime Shaq is getting crushed by that Timberwolves team, I don't know if anybody can beat them, but what about prime Kobe and the Pelicans? Dude, this team is so much better. How are they a 10 seed? I'm not surprised that they've made it this far. Wow, yeah, they look really deep. On the other side of this matchup, the 3 seed Mavericks, yes, Nikola Jokic, Bob Pettit, Chris Mullin, the great white hope front court. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this team as much as the Pelicans. Can Jokic go band for band with Kobe though? Okay, looks like Joker is going band for band with Kobe. It's 121-119. No spoilers, I did check the box score, and Kobe is having a very bad game, but his Pelicans are still in it, and it's never too late to hit a big shot or two. Kobe pulling up, that would have been really nice and on time. Unfortunately, he missed it. Man, he's missed a lot of shots this game, but like I said, there's still lots of time to make an impact. Trae Young pulling up right in Gary Payton's face. Oh no, that cannot be the case. Kobe trying to get to the rim, little post fade. Oh my gosh, he can't hit anything. The kick is out to Eddie Jones. Back up top, Bob Pettit pulling a 3. Nah, that's not your game, Bob. He's got Jokic on him. Kobe should have an easy bucket. Good pump fake. There you go. Kobe finally gets one to go. Kobe Bryant taking the feed from big game James Worthy. He gives it back to Worthy, who's got a mismatch. Ugly little floater, but it works over Trae Young. Oh my word, we're getting some good finishes in this video. Who's going to take a shot this time for the Mavs? Is Nikola Jokic going to touch the ball? Oh my word, Gary Payton almost had the steal. Trae Young, why did he step back? He had a lane. A chance at a game winner. There's technically a shot clock. I bet they kill clock though. Kobe's pulling up, going left. For 3, no, Kobe. Thankfully, it's not over till it's over. Still a chance to tie the game up. I mean, I want to see Kobe get another shot at it. He keeps missing in the clutch. Oh, that's a good look. Puts it in. Kobe Bryant delivers. Maybe late, but he'll never miss the deadline. Trae Young, if you move with some urgency, Trae Young, you could win the game right here.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
This This game is insane. This game is literally insane. Are you kidding me? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Trae Young just waltzed up court and hit a game-winning three, which he banked in, by the way, completely stealing Kobe's moment. I mean, Kobe, like I said, bad. He shot 6 of 19, but he hit the game-tying three. How did that not get to overtime at least? Bro, 2K is wild. Dog, some of these finishes we're seeing, I couldn't script if I tried to. Off to the East Elite 8, Wilt Chamberlain, Jason Tatum. Yeah, this Sixers team, they aren't bad. Yeah, I don't know. They look fine to me. They were only the 13 seed, though. They're taking on the 9 seed Miami Heat, who we have seen pull off 2 victories in the clutch. I mean, when you've got Reggie Miller, Jerry West, Dominique Wilkins, he hit a buzzer beater. Anything's possible. And look at this. We finally get the Miami Heat winning a game that I don't have to jump into. They're simply the team of destiny. From 9 seed off to the final 4. Jerry West, 25. Dominic, look at this balance. Even Kemba Walker off the bench with 20. This team's just got it. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know the Heat have it. I know that dog in them. I'm not sure. We've got the 11 seed Celtics, D Wade, Steve Nash. This looks like a flawed team. Like, I can see they might have some issues, but they're balling out. And they're taking on, oh yeah, the 10 seed Atlanta Hawks. I forgot LeBron was still in this video. His supporting cast pretty weak because he was such a high pick. That's how it goes. But I mean, obviously some legends out here. That's the whole point of this video. And would you look at that? I am not on my David Stern rigging games vibe right now. I'm letting these games be blowouts. This is the Elite 8. This should have been where the tournament kicked into high gear. We get 3 blowouts. Indeed, the 10 seed Hawks, led by LeBron wearing number 25. That looks so ugly. They will advance. Just 4 teams remain. It is the final 4. The Timberwolves and Mavs in the West, the 1 and 3 seeds, the 9 and 10 seeds on the East side. That is crazy. Miami, Atlanta. Let's get some good games. And we'll begin in the Western Conference. I mean, the Timberwolves, they've only played 2 games. They've steamrolled their competition. Bob McAdoo just took down Prime Shaq. What's he gonna do to Nikola Jokic? Indeed, Bob McAdoo, the GOAT, continued his dominant run of individual play, picking apart the Mavs' suspect front court D. He scored 26 points for the game, missing just 2 shots. Unfortunately, Dallas went ballistic from deep on the other side. Chris Mullin and Eddie Jones simply could not miss, and Joker, as per usual, filled up the stat sheet, leading to this. As a content creator, I'm a little rattled. You know, final 4, these should both be epic finishes. But I mean, what can you do? I thought Minnesota was going to run away with this video, with this tournament. Instead, that front court of Bob Pettit, Nikola Jokic, and Chris Mullin. I mean, they get it done. Look at this. I wasn't kidding, by the way. Bob McAdoo, just an absolute superhero. Unfortunately, his supporting cast didn't really come through. Nobody else stood out. Well, for the Mavericks, Eddie Jones, who's only an 89 overall, 31 points. Nikola Jokic, a near triple-double. Yeah, and they couldn't miss from 3. Just minutes ago, I thought Minnesota was winning this tournament, no doubt. Now it seems to be wide open. The 9 seed Miami Heat have been so good in the clutch. Jerry West and company. They're taking on the 10 seed LeBron James-led Hawks. Let's get to it. No, you've got to be kidding me. Another blowout. The content is not loving this, but every LeBron James stan out there, including yours truly, is a big fan. Miami, you had a great run. Jerry West was amazing, but a blowout in the Final 4. And look at LeBron's supporting cast carrying in the Final 4. Jaylen Brown, 27 points on 9 of 10 shooting. Brunson was good. LeBron probably playing more of a point guard role. Didn't even have to do that much. And yet he finds himself with the Atlanta Hawks in the championship final of our video. An all-time Legends fantasy draft has left us here. Dallas on one side, Atlanta on the other, Joker versus LeBron. Please, everybody, prayer circle that we get a good epic clutch finish to this pretty good tournament. I've enjoyed it so far. Oh my word. Remember earlier when I said we're getting some finishes? I couldn't even script. This would be another one. 108, 108. I'm so happy. I asked for a clutch finish. I got it. I think both teams have their closing lineups out here. Although Mike Bibby for the Hawks, they probably want a better point guard in there. LeBron's trying to ISO on Chris Mullin. That's a pretty good matchup for Bron. Here comes the double. Mike Bibby wide open. No, that should have been Jalen Brunson. The Mavs now a chance to take a stranglehold lead, at least 3, maybe 4 points. They could make it a 2-possession game. Trae Young hit as he puts up a 3. It is a 4-point game now. Trae Young up top. Bob Pettit over to Chris Mullin. Nikola Jokic finally gets a touch. He instantly kicks it to Trae Young, who's on the drive, who's pulling up. Trae Young is clutch. Plenty of time. 45 seconds left. Jalen Brunson always wins Clutch Player of the Year in these 2K simulations. Jokic over to Eddie Jones. Back to Trae Young every time. Trae Young driving right into Brunson, who plays good defense. Why is Trae Young not passing? That is insane. Maybe Markieff Morris was right all along. Trae Young doesn't know how to pass. Jalen Brunson to the rim. He gets it to go. That's big time clutch. It's Trae Young versus Jalen Brunson in the clutch, and Trae has a chance to do it again. He sent Kobe home packing earlier this video. He gives it up. He finally gives it up, and Eddie Jones, man, call a timeout, Atlanta. Bro, this game is just they have a timeout sitting. Bruh. Unbelievable. It bugs me so much. They had a timeout. They had 4 seconds left. I mean, would they have run a good out of timeout play? Probably not. Man, the Atlanta Hawks might have just missed their chance to end this game. First possession of OT, Trae Young coming off the screen. You know he's shooting this thing. Little mid-range pull-up from the elbow. I mean, he's money. What can I say? Because this is the final game of an epic tournament, I'm not even going to go to Simcast. I will let this game play out in OT. I probably won't commentate the whole thing. Alonzo Moore. Oh, they got LeBron coming off a pin down. No. Oh, it's ugly. Jerry Lucas. Yo, that is a horrible start to OT for the Hawks. Finally, Nikola Jokic would enter the chat in overtime, finishing a tough and one. Jalen Brunson, though, had the answer. Everyone is so clutch in this game. A big-time triple. After Trae Young finally missed a shot, look who stepped up for the Hawks. Prime LeBron James, 99 overall, canning one from straight away. After that LeBron 3, the teams traded buckets. Bob Pettit hit a 3 for the Mavericks. We've got a tie game with 1:40 left. Of course, overtime solving nothing so far. Brunson has started shooting a lot. He missed that one. I've still only seen Nikola Jokic take the one shot. It was an and one. He finished. Speaking of which, Trae Young, I thought he might get one himself. They've had a lead for much of it. Jalen going back to work. That's easy. No, it's not. Wow, he missed. Uh-oh, the door is wide open now for Dallas. Oh my goodness. I knew it. I knew when Trae was pulling. Oh my gosh, 5-point game. LeBron, you got to do something. My guy, signature gather, gets his feet behind the line and bricks it. Oh no. Time is ticking away for LeBron James's Atlanta Hawks. They burn their final timeout. If they don't hit a 3 on this possession, it is over. LeBron's wide open for a 2. Okay, well, he's just prolonging the inevitable, I fear. As after a couple more free throws and one more miss by the Hawks, there it is. Both teams fought hard right into overtime. But in the end, Trae Young offensively with a masterclass in the clutch, and Nikola Jokic on defense. Who would have thought the Dallas Mavericks walk away as champions of our tournament? Let me know what you thought of the video down below. I had a ton of fun with this one, seeing all those legends and how they fit together. Nikola Jokic, Bob Pettit, and Trae Young. Nope, I would not have seen that as the winning big 3.